Hello guys, I go by the name Jerry Joker JJ. If this is your first time of seeing me, I'm a content creator. This is my first time of applying your FYP. So I'm doing this video today in order to share you guys a little update, especially for the Jockey family. This update is on all about investments, about investments. You know, if you have been making money, you've been getting money, you don't know where to invest, you'll be looking for where can I invest this little money, this country, know where I can invest this little money. This update is for you, understand? So this update I'm about to share to you today is on investment and is on stock. The SpaceX stock, which should be officially be listed, or which should be officially be listing on the 11th June 2026 and start trading on the June 12th. Let's start by saying what is stock. For those of you that doesn't know, stock can also be called shares. It's a tiny piece of an ownership in a company or of a company. So let's imagine that a company is worth 1 billion and they divide their shares into 1 million pieces. If you should buy one shares, that means you own parts or you're a part owner of that company. So what is SpaceX? SpaceX is an aerospace company funded by Elon Musk, the richest man in the world, in 2002. Some of the projects include the Falcon 9 reusable rockets and satellite launch, the Starship designed for Moon and Mars mission, the Starlink, the global satellite internet network. SpaceX was a private company and was not available in the public stock exchange. However, on June 2026, SpaceX officially announced that they will be listing their stock in the public stock exchange and filed for major IPO and plans to list on NASDAQ, which is one of the most biggest stock exchange in the US. Report has it that it has a proposed share price of $135 and a valuation of $1.75 trillion, which will make it one of the biggest IPO in history, guys. So what is IPO? IPO stands for Initial Public Offering in the stock exchange. It's just like a first time a private company is listing or raising its stock price, or is offering its stock price to the public or stock exchange. So that means, or that is, before the IPO, the stock is only limited to the founders, co-founder, and employee. So which is after the IPO, the stock will now be available to the public. Anyone can now access it. SpaceX is expected to price its IPO on the 11th June 2026 and trading starts on June 12th on the NASDAQ stock exchange with a ticker SPCX. Sorry if you guys could look, my background is literally becoming dark because it's about to rain and I'm losing lights currently. So let's continue, please. Like I said, trading is expected to begin on the June 12th on the NASDAQ stock exchange with a ticker SPCX with a proposed IPO of $135 per shares, report has it. So from June 12th, anywhere you are in Nigeria, any part of the world, you can be able to access SpaceX stock. And you can only do that through a brokerage account. So what is a brokerage account or a platform? These are platforms that allows Nigerian investor to access US stock. Example, Bamboo, Trove Finance. How to set up a brokerage account if literally you're interested and you want to buy SpaceX stock. For me, I would recommend Bamboo. Go to your Play Store or Apple Store, download the Bamboo or Trove Finance or any stock exchange platform that you're familiar with or you're okay with. Complete verification, fund your account, and check IPO access for the stock you want to buy. Buy shares once available on your platform. Search for the ticker symbol SPCX. Choose the number of stock or shares you wish to buy, or fractional shares if supported by the platform you are using. What I mean by fractional shares is some platform allows you to purchase shares lower than the listed price. Just as the shares is being listed at a price of $135, maybe you can literally buy the rate of $10, the rate of $5, the rate of depending on the minimum to upward. You can literally access fractional rates of that stock. Things you need to keep in mind as an investor while buying SpaceX stock shares. Once stock is available, IPO stock sometimes can be volatile in the first week. Famous company does not automatically make good investment. Let me say, for example, because I'm still coming to that. For example, because it's Elon Musk, the richest man in the whole world, that owns it, and you think that it will just boom. No, you need to, like, as an investor, or as after watching this video, make your own research very well, thoroughly. Then you know if you can be able to. But I am assuring you that if you buy this stock, I will say it at the end of the video. Sometimes the stock surge after listing, sometimes it's fall below. That means they can launch it today, and maybe before you could know it, before tomorrow, it's now up to $200, or maybe sometimes it's to fall. If you're already used to crypto, you literally know this. I'm saying, for instance, I could remember in 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023, when airdrop was very popular and trending in the back then. Because sometimes once they list some coin, you see them immediately, they will boom. Immediately they list it, it should be, before you know it, the next 3 to 2 hours, you see it start dropping, and maybe the next time again you see it start rising. So that's what I mean by surge. It can rise, it can fall. Why should you invest in SpaceX? This is where I come in. This is where I bring my opinion. Firstly, why you should invest in SpaceX? Because SpaceX is involved in high growth sector at once. What do I mean? They are focused on solving future problems. You understand? That, like, they are focused on solving future problems. That's why I call it high growth sector. Yes. So example, space launch service, satellite internet, just like this, the Starlink, defense arm, and government contract. If you guys could get the other time, and the last time Trump went to China, as you can see, it's carried Elon Musk, Mark Zuckerberg all together along. So these are kind of things we see and we'll be like, yes, something is cooking. Future moon and Mars mission, like those, like the spaceship and all the rest they're using going to space and Mars recently. AI and communication infrastructure as well. Taking a look at all these things now, you know that the world right now is literally dependent on all this stuff that I just mentioned. The world now is highly dependent on this, because most of these things, if you take a look at them very well on your own, you know that yes, currently now the world is dependent on this stuff that I just mentioned right now. So in conclusion, and SpaceX is being officially listed. This is the perfect time. This is the perfect time, or a nice opportunity for someone who wants to invest, who wants to invest his money, whereby in the future, like you could have a good return. That's like, I will advise you to go for SpaceX. Just take a look at the Tesla. I think Tesla was listed June or so, 2010, and he listed each shares at the rate of $17 back then. And today, the shares has doubled hundreds of times. You understand? Now today, Tesla shares is worth 417 to 420 something dollar today in the stock exchange. Just imagine that someone who spent $10,000 to buy Tesla in 2010 or in 2012, just make your own calculation now and see how much the person now is a millionaire. He should be having, like, he should be approximately worth $3.7 to $3.8 million right now. Just imagine what $10,000 were able to do for you in 10 years. You understand? While you're busy just working your ass off, then before you know it, boom. So I'm advising you, even if I should get $10,000 right now, I would literally dip it into SpaceX and then just turn my back on it, focus on be doing other things. Before you should know it, I just give you 5, 6, 7 years, bro, boom, you're a millionaire in dollars and you're a billionaire in naira. For real, I'm not gonna lie. But the thing is, like we know now, it's not easy, like laying your hand on such amount of money. But for those of you that have the money and come across this video, and if you're interested, this is a little opportunity, this is a little idea like you're getting from me. You can go and make your own research, do your thing. And then the Jockey family, advise you guys, like, if you should have just like I said, there are fractional shares. I think bamboo raise that or supports that. Just you can literally just like when you're doing service, just dip in 10,000 or 20,000 or 50,000, depending on any amount you have, just dip it and then wave back at it and see what it can be able to multiply for you in years time. But just know that you have to be patient, because what you're dipping is not a huge money. But you see those of all those thousandaires, you understand? What I just believe is that SpaceX is about to make the new millionaire and billionaire, even trillionaire in Naira of the future. So if you find this video interesting, don't forget to drop a like and comment, and also share. Kudos to my jockey family. This is the little I can give back to the family as it stands now. Say thank you guys for your support so far. Thank you guys for for your support and all. Stay cheesed up.